Hello once again YouTube, Chris and I here bringing you some StarMade New and Fleetworks, and today we are taking a look at light missile launchers. This is the first set of modules from Eve that I've translated to StarMade, and small as they may be, they're still pretty powerful. They pack quite a punch, and we're going to do a little bit of some testing with them today. I've got some targets, as well as two breachers fitted with two of the different modules that I've created, and we'll shoot some stuff up. But first, let me just actually show you how this module system is going to work, at least for turrets. So let me jump out of this ship real quick. Let me jump into this one. So this is a Caldari shuttle, of course. It's been retrofit to have this massive rack on the back where all the modules are sitting. Excuse me. And you'll see that there are display monitors. Display modules. All turrets are the same dimensions, 7 by 5 by 7. So if you wanted to copy and paste one from the right side, or the left side of the ship I should say, you would set your X, Y, and Z to 7 by 5 by 7. And when you click copy, you should entirely encompass that with the copy area, and you'll be able to copy this and paste it onto the ships that I release. Or any ship that you desire, really. These are, of course, free to use with any ship that you deem fit. And it says that it is a small-sized, high-slot module. Small-sized means it fits on small ships. For example, every ship on screen that you see right now is a small-sized ship. Even this destroyer is considered a small size, and medium sizes don't start until we get into cruisers. So this is a small-sized module. It's designed and will best fit on small-sized ships. It will also best damage a small-sized ship, or it's supposed to at least. And again, it's stated there on that. Fits best on small Caldari hull designs. Now, the reason I say Caldari is because missiles and rockets are something that the Caldari use extensively, so I will be making sure that Caldari ships are best equipped or designed with missiles and rockets in mind. So these will be the system that you use on Caldari ships primarily. Not entirely. They do use railguns, which I'll have to use antimatter cannons for, but they do focus on missiles a lot as well. The Galente will have antimatter cannons, the Amar will have beams, and I'm not really sure what the Minmatar are going to have because there is no projectile weaponry type in StarMade. And at this point, there are like 3 different types of Eve weapons that are sharing the same weapons in StarMade, which would be the cannon. So it's a little difficult. So real quick, I'll just explain why there are so many. And of course, if you didn't realize, there is a docked version on this side. So if you want to dock an actual turret, it has a... oh my god, you know what I forgot? Does it have the Bobby AI? Oh man, it probably doesn't have the Bobby AI module. I'm probably going to have to update all of these, but there should be a Bobby AI module. If it doesn't, expect one with the download, and yes, by the way, this is available for download. You should find a link in the description below, at least when this video is posted. Hopefully I'll have all this updated, but this will be available for download. There is no cinematic release because, well, there's not really a way to do cinematic with turrets. It's kind of weird. So they all have faction modules. They will have the Bobby AI module. They have the core on the docked versions, and they have, when looking across from each other, the same stats. There's just a version you can copy and a version that is docked, just to make your life a little easier. Because I don't want you guys to have to like go through a whole process if you download my templates for your own ships or your own customized Eve ships. So essentially, the idea is that the further down the line you go, the more hard-hitting and advanced the turret. This is essentially broken up by meta levels in Eve. Meta level kind of represents how good of a turret it is. It's not a perfect like representation as to like what you should aim for, because you know, 2 different turrets might be meta level 8, which is the case for some of the turrets down here. But they're made at level 8 for different reasons. One of them could be better at power efficiency, and the other one could be better at the rate of fire. Something like that. But essentially, it's kind of given like its own little rating system. So as you descend down the length of this these rows, you'll get more powerful turrets. And we'll start off in the front. We have Light Missile Launcher 1. You can see I've posted the missile to pulse ratio. These are missile pulse weapons. Right now, the only two combinations for missiles that I'm comfortable with are beam and pulse. And unless there are changes to heat seekers, I won't be using them in any of the weapon systems that I designed, because heat seekers are just not what EVE is all about. These missiles are meant to lock onto a target. So light missiles I determined were the harder hitting out of the small weapons group, the other one being rockets. So I figured rockets should be faster on the reload and lighter on the damage. So I determined that the rockets are going to be beams. However, I have not designed those yet. We have the TE-2100 Ample Light Missile Launcher with a 3-3. Arbalest Compact Light Missile Launcher 4-2. Light Missile Launcher 2, which is a 5-2. This is generally what most players would pick in EVE. It's Tech 2, which means it's more advanced. It's not that it's the best, but it is better than a lot of the other options. Then we have Gallows, Light Missile Launcher 4-3. And everything beyond this point is the same in terms of weapons, capabilities, or systems. The only difference being the color scheme. So we have the Caldari Navy Light Missile Launcher 4-4, Domination Light Missile Launcher, Guristas, Republic Fleet, and Trusancha Light Missile Launchers. So we have, you know, black, brown, this one's white, this one's brown, right? Oh yeah, that has gray on it, okay. Just making sure that all of them are actually different in some respect. So yeah, every single one of these looks different to some degree, except for the Domination. Is that correct? This is the Domination Light Missile Launcher. This has the exact same color scheme as the Tech 2 variant. It just has a different setup in terms of the weapons. Something else that should be noted is that I use the Push-Pulse module. No, is that Push? Yes, Push-Pulse module in order to give the effect of the barrel, decoratively, in that sense. So you will be having to get modules that don't actually do anything to the system. This is something I'll be doing with a lot of the things that I designed. There's just going to be aesthetically pleasing blocks that don't actually contribute to the system. The reason I didn't, you know, make these the damage pulse blocks is because I didn't want players to buy like this turret and then alter it by connecting up the rest of the damage pulses that weren't connected. So if you want to actually change the damage output of your turret system, you'll have to change which turret you copy and paste or dock to your ship. Personally, I kind of like that system, and again, a lot of these are different up until the very last 5 or 6 or so, I believe. I don't even know. Starts at the Caldari Navy one, I believe. Yeah. So there's 5 in the back that are pretty much all the same, they just have different color schemes. And you can use these last 5, and I assume most people will be using the last 5. Anyway, so now we're going to do some weapons testing, and that should be pretty fun. We have the Minmatar Breacher right here, and this is a ship that is supposed to be using missiles and rockets, although it does not gain any benefit to their damage. It increases their rate of fire, I believe, this particular ship. We will be using the Caldari... No. We'll be using the Light Missile Launcher 1, which is the weakest of them all so far. And we will be doing some simple tests. I don't really even know what the outcome of these tests will be. These turrets should be capable of doing some moderate damage. We're going to shoot at this big target here, and we're going to see how far this penetrates. We're also going to have to set up the weapon system, so give me a minute. That's a problem. There's one issue, and it's that you have to, like, continuously refresh this in order to see which systems have been updated based on what you're doing with them. It's kind of annoying. That hopefully gets fixed soon. So we'll just shoot at this. We'll shoot 3 into the water here, which is just kind of like a depth of penetration test, I guess. And then we'll shoot the other 3 on these different hull segments. just to see how much damage they do to individual types of hull. And this is, again, Missile Pulse. Oh, that didn't even look like it did any damage. What just happened there? Oh man, that's totally bugged out. There was no damage. So that's, this is regular hull. You can see the blast radius on one shot. This is standard hull. And the advanced hull seemed to have not connected that shot. This is 3 shots deep into water, and that's about 15 meters, a full 6 shots, which I have set up on this ship, went about 25-ish meters before. Something like that. Hopefully, one of these reloads soon so I can shoot the last one into the advanced hull there. Hopefully the advanced hull actually did not take all that damage. I'd be pretty surprised and pretty impressed if it did, but I have a feeling that it just kind of didn't detect the explosion at all, which is a bit of a shame. So as soon as one of these reloads, we'll fire it. Come on. You're almost there. There we go. There. And that's the damage to advanced hull. That's not bad. It's not bad. So that's the capabilities of the Light Missile Launcher 1. On the second breacher, I have it set up with true Sancha light missile launchers, and those are in the very back. These have the most weapon systems on them, 4 to 4, whereas the first one only had, what was it, 3 to 2? That's not even the weakest one on this thing, I don't think. I think the Gallows is the weakest one. Nope, I'm wrong. Okay, so yeah, we were just using, I believe, the weakest one out of the bunch. And now, oh god, what's up with the lag? What is up with the lag? Whoa, okay. Again, we were using the weakest one, now we're using one of the more powerful ones. It shouldn't be too much of a big difference. We will fire this into this corner, 3 shots. Hopefully, you can already see that the radius of the explosion is much larger. And we're gonna fire it now into standard hull. Look at that explosion. Or that was regular hull. This is standard armor, and this is advanced armor that will be hitting down here. And you can see that that is still, you know, okay, here's the thing, guys. I may be making incredibly small weapon systems, but with 8 blocks alone, I did that much damage, and I think that's pretty impressive. Imagine all of these weapon systems hitting the same ship, this sized. And it'll probably wipe out a decent portion of it pretty quickly, especially with these missile systems. Now again, that's a long wait. That's a long reload time to wait for in order to get that, you know, that damage. But still, there are other weapon systems that I'll be designing that will get you just as much damage in just as much time. So if I'm correct, this is the one with the lighter weapon system. So let's go attack some of the ships over here. We've got the Amar Executioner with 18,000 shields. Of course, that is due to the newest health or update to the shielding that we have in the game. I'm gonna hopefully try and do this quick. We're not gonna care about locking onto the ship. We just want to see how much these do damage in terms of shielding. So with one volley, we brought the ship down to about a quarter of its shields, which is pretty good. I like that. That's actually pretty cool. Now, that ship... Hold on. Now, see, this is the part of the testing that I didn't do. And I believe that the ship's shields is going to regen like almost completely before my turret systems are ready to shoot again, unfortunately. Let's see. I believe the Dragoon over here as well also has... Yep, that has 48,000 shields, so that's going to take a while to get through. Now, I've tested other weapon systems, and they actually do some pretty good damage against the shields, especially after the update. The shields even feel better than they did before. Before, when I tested weapon systems, the shielding just went down too quickly, and that's... I just couldn't get it the way I wanted it to be, with the way I was doing my system. But now, it seems like, shielding is pretty good for my ships, and I didn't even have to change anything, which is nice. It looks like that Amar Executioner is already up to full shields, which kind of sucks. Which means that I'm going to have to test the rest of this on a ship that can get actually destroyed. Hold on. How many shields does this have? That has 8.2. Pretty sure the Tormentor has like 22k. Burst has 26k. Of course, if you were applying constant damage with these systems, this really wouldn't be an issue, but you know, shooting them all at once. Let's see how much I can bring down the shields of the Amar and Peror. We're locked on. Now keep in mind, this is the weakest weapon system, and with one volley I almost brought the shields down entirely. So that's not bad, but I think we could do better. So let's see how much the other system, the other weapon system, will bring down an enemy's shields. This video is getting a little bit long, so I do apologize, but I don't want to go over 20 minutes, so I will cut it short if I have to. This is the one with the more advanced turret design. And we will shoot it at the Amar and Peror, which is still at a low amount of shields. And as you can see, in just 3 shields, we've taken it down quite a bit. Ooh, there's like a really wide range on that lock. In my opinion, this ship would be dead. One volley, and this ship is dead, you know? Of course, I did take down the shields a little bit with the other ship, and I should be noted that this ship does not have its armor bonus activated. I forgot to do that, but that's okay. We are going to now, real quick, actually, let's see how much one shot will take off of this thing's shields. The Dragoon, which has 48,000 shields. And again, keep in mind that this ship that I'm using is not designed... Well, it's designed for, you know, missiles and rocket use, but only in the sense that its rate of fire is increased. That's not something I can really do without shipping the ship with the weapon systems attached. Hopefully these hurry up so I can shoot the last few volleys. While that is loading, let's get another Dragoon, no shields, imported, and we will destroy that just so there's less things cluttering up our system. Let's get this loaded in chunk by chunk, and real quick we'll shoot at this. Jesus, these things are still loading. It's a long wait. I'll give it that. It's a long wait. That is, of course, because it's at 100%. Alright, so one shot to the Dragoon. That didn't seem to do anything. Although this is just reloaded instantly. No, it isn't. Why didn't that get... Okay, one shot took it down about 8 or 7%. That's not bad. Real quick, we'll just shoot some rounds into this. I think that's pretty nice damage right there. Look at that. It's not deep, and it's not really taken off a lot of its mass, because I kind of shot in a very sparsely populated area. But still, that's pretty nice. You know, it's got a big radius on that effect. On the hit there. It's pretty good. I think it looks pretty nice. So that is the missile launcher. The light missile launcher. You will be able to download this today, hopefully, along with the rack that it comes along, and you'll be able to copy paste or dock your own preferenced missile launcher to any ship that you so desire. I don't really have time to reload this and do more testing, but thank you for watching. That was pretty awesome. I am looking forward to designing some more weapon systems and making sure that they're pretty powerful. I don't want to, you know, cop you guys out just because I'm designing a weaker type of ship design and weapon design and all that type of stuff. So I'm trying to make sure that these weapons are doing a decent amount of damage. If you think I could do better, please let me know. Of course, don't expect me to like go crazy with the amount of damage these things are doing. That's not the intent. It is intended to be about that size. But anyway, thank you for watching again. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all next time. Hello once again YouTube, Chris and I here bringing you some StarMade Tutorials Fleetworks, and today we are taking a look at light missile launchers. This is the first set of modules from Eve that I've translated to StarMade, and small as they may be, they are still pretty powerful. They pack quite a punch, and we're going to do a little bit of some testing with them today. I've got some targets, as well as 2 breachers fitted with 2 of the different modules that I've created, and we'll shoot some stuff up. But first, let me just actually show you how this module system is going to work, at least for turrets. So let me jump out of this ship real quick. Let me jump into this one. So this is a Caldari shuttle, of course. It's been retrofit to have this massive rack on the back where all the modules are sitting. Excuse me. And you'll see that there are display monitors. Display modules. All turrets are the same dimensions, 7 by 5 by 7. So if you wanted to copy and paste one from the right side, or the left side of the ship I should say, you would set your X be the system that you use on Caldari ships primarily. Not entirely. They do use railguns, which I'll have to use antimatter cannons for, but they do focus on missiles a lot as well. The Galente will have antimatter cannons, the Amar will have beams, and I'm not really sure what the Minmatar are going to have because there is no projectile weaponry type in StarMade. And at this point there are like 3 different types of Eve weapons that are sharing the same weapons in StarMade, which would be the cannon, so it's a little difficult. So real quick, I'll just explain Y and Z to 7 by 5 by 7. And when you click copy, you should entirely encompass that with the copy area, and you'll be able to copy this and paste it onto the ships that I release. Or any ship that you desire, really. These are, of course, free to use with any ship that you deem fit. And it says that it is a small-sized, high-slot module. Small-sized means it fits on small ships. For example, every ship on screen that you see right now is a small-sized ship. Even this destroyer is considered a small size, and medium sizes don't start until we get into cruisers. So this is a small size module. It's designed and will best fit on small sized ships. It will also best damage a small sized ship, or it's supposed to at least. And again, it's stated there on that. Fits best on small Caldari hull designs. Now, the reason I say Caldari is because missiles and rockets are something that the Caldari use extensively, so I will be making sure that Caldari ships are best equipped or designed with missiles and rockets in mind. So these will